Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I'll be answering this question of someone asked like, does loneliness push you to excessively daydream or push you to go back to the imaginary world? Actually, loneliness is another great trigger to someone who experiences maladaptive daydreaming. So let's first understand loneliness. When someone is lonely, there's this feeling of sadness or feeling of lack of connection with themselves or with others. Like there's just this feeling of emptiness. And when you have this feeling of emptiness, it will be so distressing. So it will be so distressing to the point that the mind will want to take you to the place where it feels safe for you. And so a daydream acts as helps with loneliness in two aspects. The first thing is it creates an emotional escape. So because loneliness is just this feeling of sadness, like feel that there's no connection between you and your authentic self, the mind will offer you this imaginary world as an escape from feeling those deep feelings of distress and those deep feelings of sadness. Because when you go to that dream, it will take you from the emotions you're supposed to feel now. Because something about loneliness, you're supposed to really just sit with it. But because the mind feels that you're not able to really sit with it, it just takes you to this coping mechanism. This coping mechanism it's gotten used to. Because when you are lonely, all your anxieties, all your stresses, all those thoughts come to you. And because the mind feels that you're not capable of dealing with these things because you've not dealt with them before, it will take you to this imaginary world. The other thing is the imaginary world also provides a solace to your loneliness. This is because you can create social scenarios. I've seen people saying that I can create that husband, that wife who takes care of me, and that's something I cannot get in my real life. So because you go to this place where you can create these friends who care about you, create these friends who share with you, create these relationships which offer you like things you're not being offered in your real life relationships, then at least you're not feeling lonely in the dream because you have people who care for you. You have people who make you feel alive, who fulfill your emotional needs, or who even fulfill your physical needs. So you're not feeling lonely in the dream. So that's why it's a really, really great place for you to go. That's why every time you feel lonely, you might really tend to drift to this dream world because the dream world offers an escape, and the dream world is also filled with scenarios where you of your own creation, scenarios which take away your loneliness. But here's the thing: while the dream world can really feel like an amazing place for your loneliness, the danger is you still have to get back to the imaginary world, to the real world. So even if you keep going there, even if it's unconsciously or conscious, even if you keep going to that world when you're lonely, it won't really take away the loneliness forever. Yes, it will temporarily provide a relief from the loneliness you are feeling, but you still have to work on that loneliness in real life. Because the moment you work, can you imagine it's like working on the loneliness you are feeling in real life to the point where you just feel contented and satisfied with yourself. You're not feeling empty. You're not feeling like you're in this dark pit. So regardless of if the daydream is providing you a solace, always work on dealing with the things in your life because at the end of the day, you'll get back to their life. And I've also seen instances where people are saying that they miss their daydream because I think some people have said that it reaches a point in their lives where their daydreaming just stops. So I want you to imagine that what happens now when your daydream just stops and you can't daydream anymore and you now have to face all those things you are running away from. So always prioritize facing those things you may probably be running off, like the aspect that you don't feel connected to yourself. And one of the reasons why you don't feel connected to yourself is, of course, you've not dealt with your past and healed wounds. You've not dealt with your past and processed emotions. And once you deal with those past negative experiences or with past pain, you get to reconnect with your authentic self. And when you reconnect with your authentic self, at least you'll just know that you are a whole being and you now reach a state of aloneness where you are okay being by yourself. You don't really feel the urge to go to another world. So hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.